All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. Luck on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
12. Hurry.
On first and 10, Locke. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10, Luck again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now it's Hines, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Here's Hines on a toss play. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Deon Cain, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback.
Now, Barney! Gone!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to John Ross. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. That is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the right side, caught by Green. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Detroit!
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Colts offense, Charles, heading out here. And this is a franchise, it's hard to know what to make of them. You know, if they can keep number 12 out there, keep him healthy, you think they're going to be okay. Without him, though, it's really a completely different team, isn't it?
It certainly is, and it feels like a complete makeover in order, and they're trying to get that done. But I remember when they drafted number 12, Andrew Luck, they were predicted to be a last-place team. Instead, they went to the playoffs right out of the gate, first few years of his career. So to me, it comes all the way back to him. His health, if he's able to play all 16 and at a high level, the Colts are automatically transformed.
12. Middle.
Just beating the play clock is Locke. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
12. Back. To your right.
A shotgun snap for Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Rolling. Gun. 12. Right, 622. Gun. Go ahead. T right.
They're going to go. It's Locke. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Leopard!
On the toss, Bernard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Gun! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jabal Sheard coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. For a chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
They run with Hines. There he goes again. 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He's going to get it running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's got it up and through. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. The Bengals heading back out there, and last year 7-9. So that meant back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since 2007-08. Now, they were able to knock off 2 teams late contending for the playoffs. They beat Detroit in Week 16, Baltimore Week 17, but I don't know that that's the silver lining Cincy fans are clinging to.
No, not at all. And when you just kind of feel around this team, the sense of rebuild is in order. And that starts on offense. Offensive line, they've got some top-rated draft picks, have to play up to their potential to help out the quarterback, Andy Dalton. They need wide receiver John Ross to catch a football. Didn't catch a single one as a rookie. And they need Tyler Eifert back in form at tight end after some health issues. But on defense, brand new defensive coordinator, brand new structure. They need some of their better players like Carlos Dunlap to come forward and play well.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll throw now on the final play. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 67 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Gone!
look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
You can hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
1, 6, 2, 3. Go ahead.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Detroit! Detroit!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a toss play to Bernard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. back out now to kick this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 34 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Colts are in for 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Now a toss coming right side. That's Matt. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Bengals getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Bengals. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's Hines. Room to run inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards on the ground. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They get it to him running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Monday. You're right.
Love. Oh, it stays out. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the fourth. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for two. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Ebron caught left side. Oh, he knocks him over. Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
This is Hines. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Throwing. On. 11. Tempo.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Hall. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Gun. 11Z. 12. 12.
Now it's Locke. Buying time to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And give him a gain of 37. First down now, but that clock rolling.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They're going to look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Josh Hawkins with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Colts, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
you.